Cowboys Crosstalk.
Check this out.
Broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by SWBC Mortgage. Customized solutions to help you meet your personal and business goals. Visit SWBC.com. Now, your host, Shannon Gross.
Football season. It is Wednesday night. It is 7 o'clock. You are listening to 105.3 The Fan, and that means one thing. You're about to have the best hour of the month, maybe even the year, because it's time for Cowboys Crosstalk. And have we got a lineup for you tonight? I am Shannon Gross, here live from Cowboys Club here in Frisco, Texas. To my far right is my co-host, my partner in crime on Hanging with the Boys on DallasCowboys.com, Nathaniel Newton. How you doing,
Yes, sir.
Nathaniel?
We up in the house, baby. Y'all excuse me. I'm going to be trying to get this done.
He's trying to get a tweet out,
Yeah.
so we'll hear from Nate in the third segment of the show. To his left and my right, and I just want to extend a great big thank you for being here because you've been blowing and going since 4 o'clock this morning. The great Chris Arnold joining us from The Fan. Thank you for being here.
Got you down.
And then Nate, you want to introduce your former teammate and our guest of honor tonight?
No, I'm gonna still defer to you, man, because I'm gonna see what you do with this amazing man who's been in Dallas for 2 years and he even called the brother.
Didn't tell nobody.
Kenny Gant, welcome to the show.
The shark, baby.
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm great. I'm doing well, man.
What are you doing these days? What has Kenny Gant been up to?
Man, Kenneth Gant has been up to just trying to help people. I've been doing a lot of homeless feeding. I've been doing a lot of putting women in of domestic violence in shelters. Mm-hmm. So
wow, that's sweet.
That's what I advocate on behalf. So.
Very cool. And that's here in the Dallas area?
It's in the Dallas area. I'm looking forward.
You've been uplifting people.
It was put in me as a child,
Mm-hmm.
and through my parents, and I can't get away from it. There's nothing I can shake.
Well, that's a pretty good thing to not be able to get away from. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting away from people, why haven't you talked to Nate in 2 years that you've been in Dallas?
Man, for real, bro.
Man, you know what?
When he get through telling his tale, I'm gonna tell you why he did that. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why.
No, it's been crazy. I knew he was broadcasting. This is my first time up here.
It's nice.
You haven't been up to the Star up in this room.
I've been to the Star, just
not
never
in this
been
room.
in this room.
Yes,
So,
nice.
They only let me in here when I'm doing the show. I can't even get in the front door if I'm not hosting the show.
I've heard something about the club, but this is my first time in. So
It's like a big den, and it
Yes.
overlooks the practice field.
I've been looking around. I was like, wow, I've never been here. So I moved when I moved back, I moved to Valley View.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting on 10 acres.
Look out.
In the woods. And my wife from Florida, Tampa, she didn't like that. I'm more country than she is.
Mm-hmm.
And either I'm moving back to Tampa or we need to move out of here. So now we in Little Elm.
Oh, you done eased on in a little closer.
we eased in a little closer.
So you ride over the lake.
Yes, happy wife, happy life.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
Wow.
So what's your side of the story, Nate?
Hey, what happened
For 2
was,
years.
when we first came to Cowboys, what they drafted you, man?
Ninth round.
And I was a free agent, so we all fight for the same little change. In this restaurant, these people came up to me and said, "Hey, man, we want you to do this commercial." I said, "All right." And so I get there bright and early. And they said, we want you to do a shark commercial because they were selling these fish sandwiches. They call them sharks. Shark sandwich. So I got back in. I had to tell Kenny, man, I just stole your thunder, man, because he started that shark thing. He said, well, you could have cut me in on some of the money. I said, no, he won but $3,500.
So is that
You
how it
remember
started?
that, do you?
Is that how you became
So
the
he
shark?
never really told me how he came up. Yeah, but you can tell us how he became the shark.
This how it became. I cut nobody out of this.
Okay.
Right.
But what had happened was?
What had happened when we go on scout team, Kevin Smith,
Yeah.
he
Pup.
he was a starter, pup. So he was a starter. So, but we get on. He said, "Man, bring them Sharks out today. Michael Irvin them ain't gonna do it." I said, "What do you mean a shark?" So we started putting the fins up, and we started putting on different numbers. And stuff.
Right, yeah.
So we was Sharks at practice, and it's nothing ever happened in the game. You know, it was just a practice deal.
Yeah.
When we go, we be to imitate the upcoming opponent, and I must have was spazzed out or zoned out in a zone.
Right.
One game. And a reporter asked me about it. He said, "What was this thing you was doing?"
You had a little dance.
And I said, "Dude, I didn't." I said, "The shark came out." I just said, "Man, that's only a practice deal." You know, that's how we was doing it. So the next day in the newspaper, they said on this playoff run, Kenneth Gant comes out with this new shark dance. I was like,
oh, I'm telling you, it took off. It was like you would do this when you did a big play, whether it was defense, because you play safety, or special team. Either you was like having a big hit, or did you ever get a touchdown or an interception?
I got interceptions. I did it. I never got a touchdown. Right now, I would be probably banned off the show if I do some of the stuff I was doing. If
no, you wouldn't. Nate's still here.
I was going after the heads.
Right. Oh, you're head hunter.
I was trying to knock
Oh, you was a
out.
shark for real.
Yes.
Smelling that fear.
Yes.
A lot of people set their tone on how a game starts on special teams. He was on the kickoff. What number you was on the kickoff?
The kickoff team number 4.
Number 4. Yeah, you know, and you count from the inside. Yeah. Is it from the outside in?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, that's how you count.
Yeah.
And when we played in a big game, see, this is what I tell. This is the difference between us and what's coming.
Right.
Yeah, I'm hoping because they starting to do that on defense.
Yes.
Right. Shannon hear me talk about it a lot. When we needed to open the game right and we needed a big play, everybody focused in on Kenny. We knew he was going to get down there. We was praying they kick a rat to the one. That way he can't foul catch that.
Right.
Kenny would take their head off. Then he'll come with that dance, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we knew the game was on and popping. Yeah, baby.
I mean, all little kids in the stands was doing the same dance.
Yeah.
Grown-ups, but like little kids love that little shark dance.
Man. Yeah.
Man, imagine if you were playing now. They would have T-shirts and hats.
Man.
Like, that would be a
because you was relatable because you're not like a big, tall, big guy. You're like a regular-sized person, and there you were making big hits and stuff.
And it's still, it's amazing. I'm about 40 pounds heavier now.
Right.
And
you say that lightly.
Yeah. And so I say I became a little bit of a whale, but it still has a fin.
Right.
But still.
Wow.
But the shark is it's still relevant.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it. I'm embracing it, and it's humbling.
So when it was a group of sharks, when Pup named y'all the Sharks, who were the other sharks, and they didn't get no credit no more?
Oh, Clayton Holmes.
Yeah.
Joe Fishback.
Yeah, Fishback.
Yeah.
He should have been the natural shark.
Yeah.
Although he's not a mammal, I guess.
Yeah, right. So, I wasn't trying to outdo
it just,
anybody.
It just turned out that way. They did do a shark dance.
Pup started a lot of things that didn't fall back in his favor. Pup started it. Yeah. You know, not Pup. He a manatee. You know.
Yeah, manatee.
you don't got a little heavy. He's a manatee.
Right.
What do you think? What do you think about the current state of the Cowboys? What are you observing? What are you liking? What do they need to get together?
I want them to, like Nate was saying earlier, just take off from the jump.
Yes.
And
set the tone.
Set the tone right off the rip, and not just back and forth letting people in the game. I just knock them in the face. Right at the no, I know we can't do that no more.
Respectfully,
respectfully.
My buddy Lucius.
But I just want them to take control of the game and just keep pounding them because it's
Well, you said that, and it's so ironic we got you here this week because literally, this defense been carrying the team for the last 3 weeks. and they have been showing up in wave after wave after wave. They've been going after quarterback. They've been making picks. They've been doing everything you can imagine. In fact, I haven't been this excited over the Cowboys defense since you and the Cowboys in the 90s defense was doing that kind of stuff. I mean, nothing against D. Ware and the defense in the 2008 and 9, but they wasn't making noise like this team the way y'all were doing it.
Breaking news, you got the Pro Bowl.
It comes out tonight.
You got to do the Pro Bowl.
Just came out.
Let's do it.
Go ahead,
Nate. Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith?
Yeah, Zach Martin.
Well,
Brian Anger.
Your punter got it up.
My punter got it up.
Trayvon
Diggs.
Trayvon,
Michael Parsons.
There.
There's Zach Martin. I went right over here. 4 starters and 1 alternate.
That'll work.
Wow.
Hold on. Breaking news. Nate Noon and Kenny Gant, they set to be the 18th alternate.
That'll work. So let's say that again.
Yeah.
You got Trayvon Diggs, you got Michael Parsons, you got Brian Anger, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith.
There you go. And
You call that,
I'm
dog.
pretty sure I hit that right on the head.
Yeah, you hit that with Tyron Smith,
Thank
bro.
you.
He did, big time.
And I'm very impressed because Nate refuses to recognize the names of anyone that is a kicker or a punter, and he actually knew Brian Anger's name today on the show and said, if he doesn't get in the Pro Bowl this year, it's rigged.
He's unsung hero.
Let me tell you something, man. When you can punt a ball 6 times and 4 times is inside the 10, that's special, bro. He did that this past game.
Absolutely.
And I didn't know about this kid. I wasn't paying attention to him, but Barry Church, like 3 or 4 games ago, said, man, that dude can punt. and for that to come from a defensive player, you getting good field position, bro.
Yes.
So he keeps the defense when people have to go 70, 80 yards, man.
Yes.
Hey, that dude he can place that ball.
He's unbelievable. In fact, people can't even remember Chris Jones' name anymore. I mean, it's like
And he
Brian
was nice.
Anger. Yes.
He was nice.
Chris Jones was here for a while,
You
but
know
Brian Anger done
Man,
showed up,
we can just get us a field goal kicker that kick that thing 50 yards in.
Consistency. How about extra points?
Consistency.
Wow.
Let's start there.
I said it.
Let's take our first break. When we come back, let's talk a little bit about
Shannon, you look nice dressed down.
You like this?
Yeah.
It's casual. It's casual week here at the
Cowboy
Cowboys.
casual,
So
Then Kenny come in here with a sport coat
first
on.
time I haven't had one on. So
He ain't never been up here before.
Kenny showed me up. So
I looked at my notes that they sent me. It said business casual.
Okay, all right, okay. Yeah.
all right, when we come back, more Cowboys talk with the great Kenny Gant.
Gant.
Sorry.
The Shark.
The Shark.
Sorry, you're listening to Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. solutions for individuals and businesses are just a click away. Visit SWBC.com to learn more and start your next adventure. Welcome back to Cowboys Crosstalk. Shannon Gross, Chris Arnold, Nate Newton, and Kenny the Shark Gant is our special guest tonight live from Cowboys Club.
Kenny, how old are you now, bro?
I am 54.
You too old to be right here trying to dance.
No, you're
over
not.
that foolishness.
I think
man.
you look great, Kenny.
Man, it's I can't get low as I used to.
Yeah.
Can you tie your shoes?
I can still.
Hey man, you remember we used to be at the club over there by the lake? Oh, that's South Bend.
RJ's by the lake.
No, he bring that up, man. No, he bring that up, boy. We used to drop it like it was hot, man.
And I took my wife by there one day, and she was like, "What's this? It's like an insurance place now." I said,
It is.
I said, "This is. Let's just go."
Once upon a time.
So, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Up until this week, I was having a hard time digesting the way these Cowboys, stop it, Nate, the way these current Cowboys are winning games, right?
Okay.
And I've kind of come around a little bit to, you had three road games, 2 against divisional opponents, and you won. That's hard to do no matter who you're playing the month of December, right?
That's right.
So I was having a problem because I wanted the offense to come out and do it like they did it at the beginning of the season. The defense is doing what the offense was doing. They're carrying the team right now. The offense is doing enough. So I think I've come around to the way of thinking that keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully offense catches up to the defense at the right time in the next week or two, and you roll into the playoffs and everybody's firing on all cylinders. I was struggling with not scoring 30 and 40 points, but I think I'm okay with it as long as the defense keeps playing the way they are, because defense will travel. Defense can win you some games in the playoffs. I think you got to figure the run game out, whatever's going on with that, to make the defense be effective. But I think I'm okay with this. Are you okay with the way that they've been doing this the last 3 weeks?
I'm very much okay with it because you have to have the perspective of the whole season. This team is 10-4. They have basically wrapped up the East. Get this victory against Washington is a lot. Here's what everybody needs to understand. They have only lost 1 NFC game. That was the first game of the season against the Super Bowl champions. And they were in it till they kicked the field goal at the end.
Right, moral victory.
They've only lost 2 road games. Those 2 road games were to the last 2 Super Bowl champions, the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl back in February. I'm talking about Tampa Bay and Kansas City. The Cowboys have not lost the game since Thanksgiving. They have won 3 straight road games. They are undefeated in December. Let me repeat that.
Tell them, Chris.
Undefeated in December. Their coach, Mike McCarthy, has an incredible December record. Going from Green Bay all the way to Dallas. Even last year's raggedy team was 3-1 under Mike McCarthy in December. But let me tell you what a lot of people focus on. Why the offense? What's wrong? You better recognize this defense. But at the same time, I'm not glossing over the offense. I used to trust the offense back in October. They were in the conversation of Super Bowl when they were winning those 6 straight games because the offense was carrying a defense that was suspect. Guess what? The offense is having to deal with defenses that no longer blitz Dak Prescott. They have to deal with the fact that the offensive line has been compromised for the last month. Different players coming in and out, different injuries and whatnot. By the way, Connor Williams is back. All he was doing during the winning streak was getting penalties, but he was playing his ass off. Yeah. Connor Williams is back. He gave up 0 penalties and 1 pressure the entire game. On the left side, when they were running your side, Nate's favorite side. 6 yards of touch on that left side behind Connor Williams' butt. Ezekiel Elliott in the running game. He's got a knee, so you got one-legged Zeke. But guess what? You saw that burst. He's still getting the dirty yards. Tony Pollard, who got that plantar fasciitis in his foot, I don't know what they shot it up with. Maybe the same thing what Aaron Rodgers did with his toe, but he was all good and go. He had 74 yards, averaging over 6 yards a carry. So with that being said, they coming around. Now, as far as the points are concerned, this is the part they got to fix up. But I found this out doing some research, doing a deep dive, listening to some people, making some phone calls. The Cowboys, on these 3 straight road victories, the splits on the road and home are crazy, offensively, in the red zone. In the red zone, they can only kick field goals. On the road, at home, they getting touchdowns. They average damn near 40 points a game at home. On the road, it's cut in half. But here's the deal. They've lost 2 road games. Have not lost a road game since the middle of October when Kansas City beat them. End of October. That being said, seriously, what I've also found out is that Mike McCarthy is playing conservative on the road. When you see him doing this play calling and clock management like the end of the half, when you have 7 seconds, he didn't call a timeout, and all of a sudden they kick the field goal, right? He whether we like it or not, I want him to take a pass, do a fade or something. Whether we like it or not, he's being very conservative. He said, do y'all realize Dak got sacked just a little while ago? Dak, unfortunately for him, keep trying to extend these plays instead of throw the damn ball away. So McCarthy, knowing this, he's been saying, all right, we know these other teams we're playing, these last 3 teams, New Orleans, Washington, the Giants, they can't score. We got a high-octane offense. We don't need to be crazy and clever. We just need to get our points and get the hell on out of town. And that's what they've been doing. And unfortunately, that's also hiding the fact that the Cowboys are high-octane at home. They've been on the road. Ain't nobody seen them since Thanksgiving. So they watch them on TV and saying, what's wrong with the offense? Is Dak's leg still hurt? No, his leg is not hurt. Oh, well, they're in a slump. I hate to tell you this, but some of them plays actually work. But also, you've had wide receivers with COVID, concussion. They're just not coming back. Offensive line just not coming back, so to speak. Running game. I could go on and on and on. But to me, there's hope. And the reason there's hope, defense playing balls out.
Kenny, what do you think? Are you okay with the way they're winning?
All that for you?
Yeah, and what I got out of that? They're gonna score 70 points at home this week.
They should, because they back home. I'm telling you, Washington has nothing to play for. It could be like that Atlanta game. They beat Atlanta by 40 points. People forget that. 40 points. That's rare in the NFL. And people are, Atlanta ain't no good. Atlanta in the playoff hunt.
Hey, they grown
and Atlanta had the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week going into that game. Matt Ryan was the Offensive Player of the Week coming in to AT&T Stadium and got stomped.
What you think, Kenny?
Try to follow that.
Kenny said it's time to go to break.
Y'all can tell me I'll run my mouth for a little.
I think the offense is gonna do. I don't really pay attention to the offense. I pay attention to the defense. When the defense, we had a motto when we played. 17 points or less, we win in the game. Mm-hmm. And I still focus on that because you get with the offense we got, even if they're struggling, if they can get 20. 25, the defense can hold them to 17 points. We winning. We got a great chance to win. So, and what I do look at is the yardage that we give up defensively. But they playing, they active, mm-hmm. and I like the way they got a lot of energy. So, and when you got a lot of energy, you play for each other, and I think I see the brotherhood coming together.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Nate, are you good with them winning the way that they're winning, or do they need to do a little something more?
I just think that, and I told you this on our show earlier today. But first of all, I want to say, Jesse Holly, thank you for sending that Pro Bowl stuff out so we can get that out. Thank you.
Jesse Holly.
Yeah, we got to give you your shout out. But what I believe is this right here. We continue to prove and be a little bit more consistent on our offensive line. And we make sure that Dak just get the ball out of his hand. And I'll keep repeating this. Ain't nothing better than rookie Dak.
Oh,
ain't nothing better because Dak wasn't going to throw in that, man. He wasn't going to throw that ball in harm's way.
No.
So Dak has to realize that it is some pluses to being rookie Dak.
Yeah.
You know, don't throw the ball in harm's way. Don't hurt the defense.
No.
Right.
Sometimes you have to cater to the defense. And sometimes you have to just punt the ball
or throw it
and
away.
let your defense do what they do.
Yeah, just throw it away.
Yeah, so
don't take the sack, just throw it away. Don't force it.
So you know that I'm telling you, if our offensive line get consistent again, its holes are there. People talking about 2 weeks ago. I don't understand. We went 35 touches, 125 yards. Oh, we didn't run the ball well. Okay, well, how you do that? How you get 125 yards? 35, and then this week we had almost 30 carries, another 100 and some yards. I guess it's just whoever running the ball, they get excited. But I'm telling you, if you can maintain 100, 115 yards a game, and you can control tempo,
yes,
now your defense stays fresh, and that's what everybody's missing.
Correct.
As long as we at 30 to 32 minutes a game with the ability that our defense play with, and there ain't gonna always be no turnovers, but they gonna give you the ball back. They gonna get you to 3 and out. They're going to keep out of the red zone. They're going to be kicking field goals.
Yep.
So that's going to always give you up, and that's why I'm not panicking. Now, what would make me panic is we somehow, some way, don't be in that 4th seed. I don't want to be in that 4th seed.
No. Right.
You can't dictate nothing in the 4th seed.
Correct.
But you can dictate some things in the 3rd and 2nd seed.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's take our next break. When we come back, more from the Shark, Kenny Gant. You're listening to
And less
Cowboys
from Chris Arnold. We promise we're going to let this kid talk.
Crosstalk on the
I said everything I had to say.
on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our good friends at SWBC Mortgage join the more than 120,000 customers that they've helped to find their happier way home. Visit swbcmortgage.com to find a pro today. Shannon Gross here with Chris Arnold from the flagship station 105.3 The Fan. Nate Newton to his right, and his former teammate, the Shark Kenny Gant. Welcome back to the show.
Yes.
And there's a guy that seems to come up every week on this show, and he came up already on this show this week. He made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. He's well on his way to being Defensive Rookie of the Year, maybe Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons. And, Kenny, with you being a former defensive guy, what do you see from Micah? We ask this question every week.
Yeah.
What do you see from Micah when you see him out there in the number 11 jersey on Sundays?
I see a guy that works at his craft, and I see it. You don't have to be concerned about what he's doing at practice or after practice. You see it in the game. He's relentless. And nobody's gonna tell him you can stop me. And I love everything about it. He's a football player.
Yeah.
And I love him.
Nate, he's already said the game's easy. Can he get better?
Yes, he will get better.
How?
When the coaches figure out what his true role is, because what it is, I mean, they're using him everywhere, and he's been very, very successful. But he's going to get somewhere, and he's going to be a situational player that's going to be special. They are still learning this kid, man. And do you want him at the linebacker position where, you know, he made a great play on that pass route where they got cut off and he recovered for the guy.
Yeah.
You know, great players make it easy for everybody else. You know, a lot of corners will tell you, man, that dude was wide open, but Gregory got his hands up and batted that ball down. They sacked this guy because you saw the guy running straight down the middle of the field. So, but once they figure out what they really want him to do, and he really learned the game, and he really can read off of front, because Kenny and them was so good. Yeah. We even hated the practice because they coach once that had them so in tune on percentage plays of what formation. I used to hate Kenny, man. Not this Kenny. I'm talking about Kenny the Chin.
Oh, yeah, Norton.
The Kenny Norton.
Yeah. Oh, Ken Norton.
Yeah, we used to call him Mac Norton.
Yeah. Mac tonight. I remember that.
But he had a long chin like a moon.
moon.
Yeah. And I used to hate that, man. But he's calling out the plays and scrimmaging. That's back when we used to scrimmage. When he calling out the plays, I'm like, Lord, they know we coming. You know, and so when he learned that, Sean Lee was great at that.
Yeah.
And he tried to get these other guys to learn that, man, and they wouldn't.
By the way, back in September when I was up on the show, I asked you, and we said, "No, let's don't go there yet." I asked
and
you
I'm
back
still
then,
ain't going there.
Kenny, I asked Nate.
Yeah, ask him.
Shannon knows
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I said, you played against Lawrence Taylor.
Yes.
Does Micah remind you anything like Lawrence Taylor? I said it back in September, and they said, no, let's not go there yet.
Right.
And then he's been playing that way, and people started comparing him now. He said he still ain't going to go there, Kenny.
Well, I seen him play against us that Micah Parsons hadn't done yet.
Okay.
And I was a rookie. I see Lawrence Taylor sack Troy, caused the fumble, and picked it up and scored.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know, and we all are enjoying this young baby boy, man. We enjoying him. And Shannon will tell you, man, every now and then I just stop and I say, you know what, I'm gonna say a little prayer. Stay hungry.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's why Parcells said, you know, I know LT ain't the greatest. I know he's off the field antics. But you know what? We're going to keep playing him because great things are yet to come. This was after his rookie year.
Yeah.
And it just kept happening. And see, next year, 7, 8, 10 games in, if we all can come here and say, Nate, what you think? Then I'm going to say, he on his way.
Yes.
Because last year, Washington had a phenom at defensive end.
Oh, yeah, Chase Young.
And, boy, you'll never know a little nick or a little injury. So I like to wait, man. I like to wait. I want him to just stay
Let
home.
it play out.
How do you keep a guy that's had so much success so fast, and he's 14 weeks into the season, and he's talking about how easy the NFL is? How do you keep a guy like that grounded and keep him hungry.
Don't worry, the NFL will ground him.
Yeah, there's
Don't even worry. He grown men out there, baby. This ain't.
They'll figure out a way to slow him down and make it a little more not easy.
It's gonna be a
yes.
offensive coordinator say,
They
gonna wake up one morning and they tell it. He goes, okay.
If you do this, then this. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They study that tape.
The thing is, do you have the talent on that opposite side of the ball? So when this guy break the mold on this kid, like there's a lot of teams figured out how to put Lawrence in one place.
Yeah.
But then they didn't have the left tackle or the right guard to stop that.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's just so much more better of an athlete, Ken.
Yes.
I want you to just an athlete is something else, man.
Ooh. You got a few of them on defense now. It's the first time you've had, I think, in a long time, you've got just athletes on defense
That make
multiple
make plays.
Trayvon.
Plays in big game situations.
Because you had D-Law, and that was it for a while.
Right.
That showed up and would cause a fumble or strip sack or something. Now you've got multiple guys. I mean, they've had, 4 turnovers the last 3 games?
3 games in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
And they haven't had this many turnovers like that since '94, which was when y'all was playing.
Yeah.
And to show you how you talking about how versatile they are doing all that, they used to just double team D-Law. Tank got double teamed and they open up. Now they can't double team him.
Right.
They can't double team nobody. It's too many people.
I just laugh at the fact that, and Kenny will tell you, man, because Jimmy was more direct than most coaches.
Yes.
And
What, you
you
think?
getting ready. See, this is what's funny. We ain't gonna be able to get all these turnovers against these other teams. Of course you're not.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get all these turnovers against Kansas City. You're not gonna get all these turnovers against Green Bay.
Correct.
But boy, if you got this lunch pail you done play against these last 3 games, man, open the bucket up and see what's in there. Man.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Why not? Just see what happens.
Come on, man.
See what happened first.
And that's all I tell people. I'm like, oh, they ain't gonna be able to. Okay, Washington deserved to be sacked 4 times.
Right.
But now you ain't finna do this against KC. This is where I'm telling you, 3 and out becomes your norm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when you do make a play, you can't miss it.
Right.
Because it's going to be he going to throw a ball sidearm, and I'm talking about the young kid.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he going to throw you one. But you got to be able to catch that thing.
Right. And that's what they've been doing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Kenny, who do you enjoy watching on the D? I want to go around the horn here.
Okay.
Who do you, when you are watching the game, you really enjoy watching either the way they play, the enthusiasm, the style? Like, who are you watching and enjoying on game day?
I like what's the other D lineman? 94.
Oh, Randy Gregory.
Randy Gregory.
Yeah.
Because I do the homeless and I feed the homeless.
Yeah.
I always fight for the underdog.
Yeah.
And all the stuff he's had to come through, the stuff he's put himself in.
Right.
And he's coming back and bouncing. I like watching this kid, and hopefully he keep it selling and doing great things. So I like watching him.
What about
succeed.
you, Chris?
Oh, I like watching Randy as well, but I really like watching Trayvon this year.
Yeah.
Only because we talking about athlete. He used to be a wide receiver, and then I think Nick Saban switched him to defense. And so he's going up against his brother growing up, Stephon Diggs. I mean, this guy got it. He's hungry, and he's making these plays. Now, he's also giving up chunk plays as well because they think they can throw it to him, but he's baiting them. He's setting them up, and then next thing you know, he makes a big play. Ask New England. So I like the way Trayvon, and I like his little son, Aiden.
Oh, yeah.
Believe in yourself. So,
He's awesome.
Daddy. I'm going to slap with Aiden when I see him. Daddy is his name.
yeah,
Daddy.
Not Trayvon Diggs is my name.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Daddy.
you better recognize between Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, correct.
I think he's finally figured that one out. Nate, who are you enjoying this year watching on defense?
Man, I am enjoying the out of the punter anger. I'm
Brian
enjoying
Anger.
He doesn't play defense, Nate.
Oh,
That's a
Yes.
special team
Yes,
guy.
he does. That
Field position.
I tried to tell him that today.
Yes, he
Jesse hollered at me alive. The defense appreciates a guy that can give them. When you run out, look here, the ball is on the 20. And you get a punter that can punt that ball over to about the 35.
with no return.
With no return.
Or
the defense run out there like, thank you.
Or
versus a punter that kicks it and it's only 45. The defense like one big play and we're in trouble. Come on, man.
And he can put it on the 10. He can put it on the 5.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm tell you, man, I have enjoyed Dan Quinn. You know, and I said this 16 weeks ago when everybody was so high. Oh, kill him. I said, y'all can sit up here and say what you want. That dude right there, Quinn, that's who we better not lose.
He a genius.
You know, he can look at his talent. And this is why I'm telling everybody, we never cried and moaned for the first 8 weeks about our defense. We never cried and moaned. We had backup galore.
Yeah.
We didn't have no Gregory. We didn't have no D-Law. We didn't have no Gallup. All we had was Diggs. And number 11, that was Young.
Right.
That's all
and
we
you
had.
know what? It wasn't too long ago where if Sean Lee got hurt, they forgot how to play defense.
Exactly.
Right. You know,
Right.
wasn't too long ago on the other side of the ball, if Tyron or Zach or Lyle got hurt, they forgot how to play the block. Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, we forget really quick.
Yeah.
Like,
you leading that charge and forgetting. Because I'm telling you, every week you know what he do, Tim McKinney? It's me and him a battle. We'll battle doing our talk show, right? And then he'll start politically turning everybody on me.
I use it.
Chris, I am finally beginning to understand.
I usually
the
wait a
defense.
day. I'll do it the next day. I'll think about it. I'm going to sleep on it, and then I come back the next
Jackson
day.
Holly got him sleeping now.
Speaking of Dan Quinn, because he's so brilliant, he's a genius, I've come up with this. I need to put a patent on it before somebody steal it.
Say it where I can get it.
I'm getting ready to say it now. You know, he like you say, he's brilliant. He matches up his defense to match up to the player's skill set, right? And the way this team is so active and the defense is so active, they remind me of the Legion of Boom, which he created in Seattle.
Correct.
I'm going to call this defense the Legion of Doomsday.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because it's the Doomsday defense from the Cowboys.
People ain't going to buy into that. They ain't going to buy
Too
into
hard,
that.
too complicated.
Yeah, too hard, too complicated. We already had one.
I can't sell no T-shirts.
Yeah. Darn. Because all they got to do is lose one game in the playoffs. Now we don't. The name done turned into something bad.
They're going to be swan diving off the ship.
I think Shannon got his papers.
I'm just going to take us to the last break so we can get back and talk about how bad this Cowboys team is going to beat the non-rested Washington football team.
Well, you called them clowns at the beginning of the week.
I retracted that statement. I should never call another pro football team a bunch of clowns.
Just because they stepped out of that little bitty car.
Yeah.
He called them a clown.
I did not mean to do that, Nate. I took that back.
53 of them in one little
That was
car.
not
One little.
on one little bench that they brought to our stadium because we brought our benches to their stadium. Who would ever thought the NFL would have come to this? The bench war.
By the way, they ain't won a game since they started taking them benches. They had won 4 straight games, and now they've lost 2 or 3 in a row.
So they found out that was a cartoon quarterback. They figured out that he was the head clown.
Let's take our last break. When we come back, we'll talk about Cowboys, Washington football team. Might throw in some predictions.
Yeah.
We'll see what else we do. Who knows? With the great Kenny Gant when we return on Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
SWBC Mortgage's Cowboys Crosstalk.
Check this out.
Broadcasting live from the Cowboys Club at the Star in Frisco.
Welcome back to the show. Shannon Gross, Chris Arnold, Nate Newton, and Kenny the Shark Gant for the final segment. There it is. Final segment of the show. We're almost done here, but not before we talk a little Cowboys Washington football team. And Kenny, we'll start with you.
Yes.
You know what? Let's take this a different direction.
Yes.
Who was the biggest rival back when you guys played, and who do you think their biggest rival is now?
Oh man, I think we Philly.
Now or then?
Philly was back in the day.
Back in the day?
We had a lot to deal with the locker room with the.
You talking about that low left game?
And Randall Cunningham, and they had a crazy heck
Buddy
of a defense.
Ryan.
Buddy Ryan. It was beer bottles.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
Batteries.
when you got to go in the locker room dunking.
Snowball batteries.
So that was life. I loved it. But that's why I still hate the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
But I still think it's still the same.
Philly?
Philly.
Yeah. Nate, you got the same?
Because when I came in with Washington, a little bit more for me, Washington. And then, like you said, man, when Philly came, when Coach Ryan came and built that defense, man, that was New York had their spot. Everybody had their spot, man. But it wasn't so much that we cared about them as how they felt about us.
Yeah.
You need to turn your long-range radio on when the Cowboys getting ready to play Philly. Mm-hmm. You want to hear venom and hate.
Listen to their fans
yeah,
up
listen
there.
to them up there, man.
That Philadelphia radio ain't no joke.
It ain't no joke.
They
man.
always complaining and mad about it.
Yeah.
They was like burning jerseys in the parking lot and stuff.
Man, when you got to go and put a
Cowboy jersey,
a chamber, a judge's chamber in the basement of your stadium.
And a jail.
it was the first jail in the stadium in NFL history.
Wow. Yeah. Come on, man.
That's different. That's next level.
That's next level, man. And I used to have a cousin. Remember my cousin used to bring them ribs and all of that. But, man, I'll be like,
in that brown paper bag.
Yeah, like, nah, his name was Vernon. I said, nah. We called him nah. I said, nah, please don't be up there fighting. He said, I'm all right. He's a Marine. I'm like, all right. And, man, used to be so scared, man. I'm like, man, you get beat up, make sure them ribs get to the team. I don't promise the fellas eat ribs.
At least deliver them ribs.
Yeah, that and Washington, man. I mean,
absolutely.
It just, all of them had their place, man. But Philly, you talking about, them folks there, man, they'll be throwing at the bus coming in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They still do that. We got egged a couple of years ago all the way through the parking lot. So what's the difference in a regular season, just a normal game and a division rival, especially when it means something like now in December? You're both playing for a playoff spot. Is it a different level of football?
It's a different level of football because even if they're not going anywhere, they don't want you to go nowhere.
They want to mess you up.
So they don't care. They'll spoil it. Nobody's gonna lay down. They'll play their best football against you, and I think that's what I hated too.
I'm gonna tell you, you know what, Kenny? I remember one year we it was three of us came out of our division, man. It was three of us.
Yep.
And man, and I want to say the Giants and us was playing when Emmett hurt his shoulder.
Oh yeah,
we was playing that
went up
game,
there,
man, and they were like, we did not want this. Jimmy, y'all better win this game. If we don't, we're gonna be traveling next week. We may have to come right back here.
Yep.
Man, Emmett. I don't know what they did in his shoulder, man. They missed a Miyagi him or something.
Yeah. Carriers.
Yeah, man.
He carried us.
Yep. Run that clock.
Let me tell you about real quick before I ask you what the Cowboys need to do this week to dominate this game. SWBC PEO, they help to alleviate the HR administrative burden that comes with running a business. Leave the worrying to them. Visit SWBCPEO.com to find out more. Chris, what do the Cowboys – don't give me a score yet. That's in a minute.
Okay.
What do the Cowboys need to do at home this Sunday night to win this game and clinch the division? They might probably going to clinch the division before they even play through some other games, but you seal the fate if you do that. if you win.
3 words, and I've been saying it for the last 3 weeks. Choke them out.
Early, right?
You got to get a lead early.
Yes.
To take their heart out so they won't even try no more. They got nothing to play for other than, like you said, make your life miserable.
Yes.
So if you choke them out and take their hope away, are they upset? No, and then it's over with. So get that big lead on them and then just let them fall apart. Choke them out.
That's it.
Nate?
I like it.
What's that, my friend?
What are the Cowboys?
Oh,
What they got to do, Kenny?
Man, I want them to just come right off the bus. just come to the stadium dressed and just first quarter, it should be over.
Yeah.
And I just jump straight right off the bus, right out the locker room, and that's just how we used
like
to
y'all
do it.
used to do.
We just used to.
So be aggressive.
Just right off the rip, just take it and make them. My when I was it Jimmy? He said, we went to Philly one year. He said, let's turn their fans against this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. Fans against them.
Yeah. They'll start booing them. So,
Right.
So that's just coming out and jumping straight on them, and because this is a team we supposed to do that to. Mm-hmm. Just come out and do it.
Wow, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Nate, do you have a different opinion than you did on our show today?
No.
Because on our show, you just said show up.
For real.
Just get to the stadium.
They're more talented, yeah. Cowboys more talented.
What I need for Mr. Jones to do is not only have an escort, so nothing bad happen. Have his helicopter flying low to make sure everybody stay around. Because once our guys get there, the game over, man. The game, because your body, tell him, man, people don't understand.
Yeah.
We used to Sunday or Monday to the next week, or Thursday, Monday, Sunday to Thursday. Tuesday, man, come on, man. Your mind, I don't care what you can put you in the crowd chamber, you can sleep there like you Dracula.
Right.
Dog, it ain't gonna change what you thinking.
Right.
And how your body gonna respond to that.
And half your team that didn't play hasn't practiced, hasn't done anything because of COVID protocols, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, real quick, 2 weeks ago when they played Washington, Jerry was quoting Nate all week long. We playing Washington. We're going to inflict capital punishment.
That's right, baby. That's right, man. Wow.
All right, our brass tacks moment is presented by Liberty Tax. Liberty Tax is a proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Join the team today at libertytax.com/hiring. Chris Arnold, what is your score prediction for the game this Sunday?
I'm expecting an Atlanta-like performance. They're going to beat them. It may not be by 40 points, but they're going to score 40. It's going to be like 41-20 at the most.
Kenny,
30 to 15.
30 to Cowboys?
Yes, Cowboys.
Nate?
Just don't make no mistakes. Play mistake-free. Like Jimmy was telling us, man, we're going to beat this team. Just play mistake-free football as hard as you can.
Correct.
And don't even worry about the score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 41 Cowboys, 13 Washington.
They should.
Hey, man, my concern is making sure Dak gets his rhythm back. That's all I care about.
Is there do y'all have any concern, anything that concerns you in this game?
Just get his rhythm back. Defense is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Dak,
And get some throat lozenges to help Chris because I think he rubbed his voice wrong.
You notice he lost steam after that.
He voluntarily lost steam.
Yeah.
Believe that because I thought showed him what Jesse Holly
Jesse
said.
Holly called me out. Jesse pumping gas, got $60 worth of gas listening to me talking. Love you, Jesse.
Chris, hey, thanks, man. It's always a pleasure.
Anytime, man.
Nate, thank you for being here. Kenny, good seeing you, man. Thank you so much for being here. You come back anytime.
You got your booster?
This has been Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.